Back to drama between Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed. Richard Childress tells Dustin Long, "I've had drivers drive for me before, but nobody as stupid as Sheldon Creed." Spot on, spot off, Jeff.
Brett,
Just go, Brett.
Brett, you want to take this?
Just leave this one up to Brett.
No, I want
That's why I was avoiding.
No, I
Brett
100% want Jeff to go.
I don't think I can make it through this part.
All right, listen, we had a text thread.
Live look at.
We had a text thread on Saturday night, and I tell y'all, I fucked up. Like, I royally. Because my brain, it doesn't work.
Look, the most obvious, to say that somebody's the stupidest person that ever drive for Childress, it's a fairly obvious answer, and I'm not trying to. Well, I am trying to insult somebody, I guess, but John West Townley was like probably one of the worst race car drivers we've ever seen at the top level. He wrecked everything all the time. He tried to murder somebody, his estranged wife, and her, with breaking their house with an axe a couple years ago, and got shot. And he is no longer with us. It doesn't change the fact that he was stupid while he was with us, in my opinion. Anyway, Brett, speaking of stupid.
I am as stupid as he is accusing me of being. That's all I'm going to say until he gains his composure and can finish the story.
The text was, "Oh my God, Brett," and that set off a chain reaction of disaster.
I said, "Oh my God, Brett, did you just tweet about a dead guy?" And I was like, "No,"
because Brett tweeted with a GIF and it said, "Live look at John West Townley." I just said, "Did you just say live look?" Because I thought he was doing it on purpose. I thought,
forgot he had passed away, and I apologize to his family and friends because it so bad I deleted the tweet.
That might be.
How does that happen? Because I was like, how does Brett feel bad about this? I thought it was, dark humor, and I'm sorry, but
it was not. No, I didn't mean that at all.
Brett said he's dead.
I've never seen somebody backtrack like that. Like, he was apologizing to his family in our group text.
You don't think any family members were in there with us?
Oh, God. I was like, I was dying. I was worse than this in my hotel room by myself.
I kind of I didn't see it when I first started, but when I came in there and I'm like, oh my God, this happened. Like that, I was like, holy.
The responses to it.
People responded.
Oh yeah, they responded.
They were not. Some were on your level, and then some were just
calling me bad names.
The dark humor was high.
Which, you should be used to on Twitter. You probably don't see a lot of it. But
well, Lord, what's Larry the Cable Guy say? Lord, I apologize.
Oh goodness.
So are we spot on or
my
spot off for
abs
Richard's
hurt.
comment?
Okay, sorry, we got sidetracked.
Yeah, sorry about that.
These are the stories that probably shouldn't be told that we tell on here. I'm sweating now.
It makes me look worse than you because you feel bad about it.
Yeah, Jeff's like
That's what I'm worried about.
He told the
he was
line.
running with it.
He told the line. He's like, "You're right. I wouldn't delete it."
Well, I was asking people last night. I was like, should I even talk about this? Like, does this make me look terrible? I mean, maybe it does. So sorry. I hope my girls never see this. If so, but anyway,
It'd be fun. Anyway, so
What was the question?
I forgot.
To Richard Childress' comments about Sheldon being that he is
the stupidest driver.
Yep, pretty much. Are we spot on or spot off for this comment, Jeff?
how can you be spot on? He didn't even do anything. Like, how can what are we talking about? Like, why is everybody mad at him on his team, aside from the fact that he's leaving and Austin Hill's staying? Andy Petry's yelling at him. Childress is saying this stuff. Austin Hill's, I watched that because after Austin Hill was so mad and everybody's so mad, I thought, oh, maybe I missed something. So I went back and watched the replay. We were all sitting in the press box. They're playing it. And I'm like, well, point out like where he does something wrong. We're like, no, not yet. Nope. Oh, he didn't do anything. What did he do? Like, that's about as fair as you could ask to a Final Four spot on the line. You have to win. Like,
And Austin would have made it in, too.
No, he wouldn't have.
yeah, I thought that until Freddie.
Talk about
Freddie
stupid.
came up with
Jeff's stupid.
I thought that on point.
I actually looked into this with a statistician guy.
Statistician.
Yeah, whatever guy. And he was not. Cole Custer did what he had to do.
He would have been one. Yeah, he would.
He would have been one off.
So I was wrong about that.
But still doesn't
I am
change anything.
I'm spot on for Richard's comments because Sheldon was stupid. What Sheldon should have done was wreck out of the 21. That's what he should have done.
Well,
if you're going to go there, you got to go there. You talk about John Hunter wrecking Brandon Jones. John Hunter won the race. I'm not sorry, John Hunter. Ty Gibbs won the race. So if you're going to move the guy, Sheldon was too nice. He moved. We heard comments of Andy Petrie saying, you didn't give him a chance. What give him a chance? He did give him a chance, and that was his mistake. Because what he should have done was line up behind, take the white flag, you square him up into one, and ship his ass in the fence, and the race is over. The yellow comes out, and you're leading, race over, you win, you're in the championship 4. That was stupid on his part. He gave him a chance to race next to him down the backstretch, and you saw what happened in 3 and 4. So
but we would have murdered. We just sat at the same table, at the same podcast.
Why would he care? Why would he care if you murder? He's in the championship 4. If you're going to go there, go there. If you're going to bump the guy, get rid of him. Because what you can't do is what happened. You can't move the guy out of the way and then not win the race. That can't happen.
If you're thinking your teammate is going to be race you respectfully back or respectfully enough to race it out.
Which, by the way, I love Austin Hill. I've spotted for him before. Great guy. I love him. He started it. He drove into turn 1 and door slammed the 2 in the middle of 1 and 2. That set it off right there, I think.
But it's okay if he does it.
Yeah, that's my point. No matter what Sheldon did there, he was gonna be the bad guy, I think, in that scenario on that team. No matter, even if he won, I don't know that they would have been real pumped about it. He was still gonna
be the bad guy.
Yeah.
I agree.
What he should have done if you're trying to get in that championship 4. You square him up into turn 1 after you take the white flag and wreck his ass and get that, because this is what we talked about, win at all costs, and this is the stupid we do now at this race because we got to get in this final spot. That's what if you're going to go there. We talked about there's no such thing as halfway crooks. If you're going to go there, wreck the guy, win the race, and go to the championship 4.
If you're a fan, the spot on factor for this of authenticity is 100% because you got Andy Petrie on TV going up and arguing clearly with Sheldon Creed. And we were allegedly told what Freddie said, which is, what the are you doing? You didn't even give him a chance. We've got Richard Childress MFing the driver, saying he's the stupidest driver he's ever hired. Oh, by the way, he's got to come and race for him this weekend. That's awesome. You've got Austin Hill walking by Sheldon Creed's pit box, clapping and making antics there, when in reality his crew chief and tire changer and mechanic didn't do anything wrong. They were watching the race from where they sat. Then you have Austin Hill go out and make these comments about they used to be friends, and he can't wait for him to leave and go to Joe Gibbs Racing. So if you're a true fan, this is entertaining as it's 100%, right? It's top level. But if you're in the sport, which we are, the 4 of us are, I've worked on the PR side, those are all PR nightmares. I mean, it's Richard Childress taking his watch off and beating up Kyle Busch, PR nightmare, because you have 3 different individuals within your organization representing you publicly poorly.
I don't think that is a PR nightmare, though. And the reason why is it would be a PR nightmare if those people regretted that or were embarrassed about that. I don't think that Childress is going, man, I wish I had done that or said that, right? I think they are very, they get their chests out and they're like, no, this is how, we feel this way. So as a PR person, you just represent what they feel. I mean, is it a bad look? Oh, I 100% agree it's a bad look, and fans are judging them for it. But from a PR standpoint, you're like, well, we just keep going with this, the talking points. I mean, it's like the PR from Tyler leaving last year. The timing couldn't be worse, or whatever. Yeah, but that is representing your leader, your organization. So
if you're a Mike Arning, if you're a Drew Brown, if you're a true PR 20+ year veteran, you're shaking your head and going, please stop.
I agree, but I just think it kind of nobody's going to get mad at you. No, your boss is not going to get mad at you.
Yeah,
because you just have to just keep going with what the team feels. Now, if they go, boy, can you clean this up for us? That's a PR.
That's a PR nightmare.
Yeah. I think Andrew also has a clip too. If you want to share that, it might help.
This is Sheldon Creed post race talking about, because he heard what Richard Childress said, and not what Richard Childress said, but what Austin Hill said after the race.
They clearly like him, and he's done a really good job, and he's won 4 races this year. So I'm so happy to be going where I'm going, and I'm just proud of my guys for giving me a car capable today. To be there at the end and have a shot at that. This place always ends, and just dirty racing and that. So they're all going to be mad. I got one more race left, and I'm going to go and leave it all on the table for my guys because they deserve it.
You know who I want Sheldon Creed to dress up as for Halloween?
Who?
Austin Powers.
He looks like Austin Powers.
That would be awesome.
He does a little bit.
He
Listen,
should show up in Phoenix as Austin
The
Powers.
tone was almost set for this on, when was RCR Fan Day? Was that Friday?
Friday.
Friday
Yeah.
afternoon. Sheldon gets up at RCR Fan Day. They had Sirius XM out there, and they're doing live interviews with all the drivers and whoever else. And Sheldon gets up there and says, "Yeah, I've had my deal signed for a couple weeks, and it's going to be the best opportunity I've ever had." At RCR Fan Day.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So the tone, there's obviously
Yeah,
some
they don't
kind
like
of
that. They don't like when people are leaving.
Yeah, we saw that last year.
I'm
Well,
still
I mean,
spot off for.
Harvick leaving, Clint leaving. Like, there's a history of if you're leaving, you're screw you.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm spot off.
I
for
got
it,
fired
though.
because Elliott Sadler left.
Well, yeah. Blame
I
it
mean,
on
he
Elliott.
probably had a few other reasons, but
I still don't. I think there was multiple things though that still happened. Austin didn't get the best restart at the end of that race. If that all that stuff really probably doesn't happen like it does if Austin gets a good restart, then he doors Sheldon. When he doored Sheldon is when it all. I think Sheldon started. I think that's when the Sheldon's like, okay, well that's how we're going to race. We're going to do some bumping, and then Sheldon timed it perfectly in my opinion. He did it in 3. He moved him off the racetrack. Austin still cleared him down the front.
Yep.
And this is the move that I was talking about before with the late model race there. Guy over there in the hat. You can move people up the racetrack without wrecking them, and I think Sheldon did a great job 2 times in a row to get him up the track. And the only part where I think Sheldon really messed up was into 3. I think he lifted down the backstretch. I'm assuming he lifted 3/4 way down the back to try to keep the 21 on his outside. And because you saw the 21 give up some ground really quick, I think Sheldon saw that and lifted himself. But then I also think Sheldon rolled into the corner. I think he might have got back in a little bit.
He was too fast.
And he went up the racetrack. If
100%.
Sheldon runs the bottom in 3 and 4,
Yeah.
100%. He missed the
wins the
corner.
race.
He
Yes.
missed the corner.
Yes.
I think he checked up to try and hang Austin on the outside of him, like you said, and then was like, "Oh, I'm way too slow," because and then
that's
like,
what I'm saying.
then released the brake, and then was like, "Oh, now I'm going too fast," and had a.
Listen, man, it's hard to judge already. But then that's why he didn't necessarily slam the brakes in front of Austin purposely.
He had to gather it up.
He had to make the corner.
Yes.
And the only way he was going to make the corner was to slow down. And the 21 saw that as an opportunity to, okay, well, F this guy.
I'm gonna cram him in the ass.
Well, yeah, because you can see. I don't know if you said this already because I was texting somebody, but you can see that on the SMT, he throttles up a lot harder earlier than he did the previous lap.
He tries to hit him.
Yeah.
Like, if there's anything you want to look at and talk about the dirty part, that he was trying to wreck the 2.
Yeah.
And he was trying to wreck the 2 right there. And if you want to talk about being dirty, I mean, first of all, you started in a 1 on the restart. And
You're not willing to concede you lost the race.
No, and like a guy races you how you race him, and then he was going to finish him right there if he could have, and then blame it on the 2 the whole time, and it was going to still end the same way. But that's the only part that I think where Sheldon messed up was he got in there a little hot and got up the racetrack and gave the 21 an opportunity to hit him. So
And
other
the
than
7
that,
to get under him.
Yeah.
You've never been more right on this show than you are right now.
appreciate
Well,
it.
okay, so I had heard a counter argument to this, or another explanation. So tell me if you think this is wrong. That Sheldon was going, and he was trying to park it in the corner enough to get a bump from behind, and not realizing that Allgaier was going to come up on his inside.
That's all you're wrong, or you can stop already.
Well, I didn't. This is not my.
I completely disagree with that.
If you get bumped in the middle of the corner, Martinsville in an Xfinity car, you're going sideways. You don't want to get hit in the middle of the corner.
Especially when you're getting into gas.
A cup car, I will say yes. A cup car, if they hit square in the middle,
wide tires. Yep, they can hold.
That
They
guy's
can
Drop
handle
a gear.
yeah. I watched Bubba do it 7 times in a row to whoever you were behind that one in the cup race.
Yeah, we put Cindric in concussion protocol for a little while.
I mean, he hit Cindric like it was like 4 or 5 laps of every corner. He was driving in there to hit him every time. And Xfinity car, if you hit, you're spinning out.
Okay.
Like right there.
Good to know.